What's happening this week in Warcraft? Hey, it's Soul, and you can help support the channel by liking this video, subscribing for more WoW coverage, and catching me live where I'm streaming. Stay tuned for a new Bob track, if you dare. It's patch week, and that means for folks in the US region, waiting parties. I'll be hanging out for a long stream on Tuesday for some water cooler talk. We'll chat, we'll answer questions, we'll figure out which cartel we want to team up with first. It should be fun. At 10 a.m. Pacific, a Twitch drop will begin for the Clocker Spaniel pet. Get it? It's clock and it rhymes with... Yeah, anyway, starting then and over the next month, watch 4 hours of WoW streams and you'll get the pet. During my stream on Tuesday, we'll have some fun giveaways too, so come on by for some goodies. You've probably seen plenty of the everything happening in Season 2 kinds of videos, but let's go over what's actually happening and is doable this week. What are the changes? What are we going to do? Unfortunately, as of this video, I don't even have patch notes to work with. Some of the timing here could be wrong, but I'm going to cover all the possibilities in a way where you won't have to worry about a thing. Let's start with some of the immediate changes. First, the warband screen is going to get a nice upgrade in the form of campsites right up here in the upper right part of the menu. You'll be able to choose a different background for your characters. Unarmed Overlook is given to us for free, and the others are going to be given through Delve progression, 11.0 completionism, and 11.1 zone progression. What's more, you can set up multiple campsites and throw some of your characters in there. You can organize them, you can give them a different campsite, and name them however you like. There's a lot of liberty with the naming. When you log in and realize you need to turn off all your add-ons because they're all busted as heck, you'll notice how there's now this add-on usage tracker at the very top. It's great as a basic tool for identifying and troubleshooting add-ons that might be causing conflicts even if there aren't any errors. Say goodbye to most of your currencies either at the start of this patch or the season. The usual stuff will go away like Valor Stones and other seasonal currencies. On the Delve side, expect your Delve keys, your Coffer fragments, your Undercoins, and Radiant Echoes to get zeroed out. I'd advise that before the patch you use your Undercoins on Delve resource baggies and then maybe hold on to those resources in case prices go up. The question though is exactly when will these get zeroed out? The safest bet is to presume on patch day. Holding on to these for any longer, it seems kind of pointless anyway. If you still had Bronze Celebration tokens from 11.0.5, you won't anymore. They're being converted into 20 Time Warp badges each, so you'll want to check your currency transfer menu. I wasn't able to test if we'd need to log on to every character who might be holding onto these tokens, but keep that in mind in case you've been alt happy. Hunters may want to visit their stables right away. The class itself is receiving lots of changes, but the one I want to point out is that they can respec their pets to be either ferocity, cunning, or tenacity with but a click. It's very nice for my puppy family. Groups like me who've been running raids with few to no healers, they got nerfed. The healing effects of Circe's Circlet, they're being reduced by 33% for DPS and tank specs. A new event tab is being added to the map and quest pane. It only tracks the war within events, unfortunately. At one point during the PTR, it included other events from other expansions too, and hopefully that comes back someday. Profession respecs should also be available. Just head over to the Artisans Consortium and just outside you can talk to someone to perform a one-time respec of your War Within profession. When realms are live, a quest will be available over at Foundation Hall, that's the main building. He'll take you all the way through the Undermine starting experience and, no spoilers, but just keep following the main quest lines and important events to unlock all the zone features. I'll talk more on that later. Back up in Dornogal, there might be a questline from Brand to get you up to speed on what's happening for Season 2 of Delves. It starts with a quest called Seasonal Refresher. Now, if you don't see it, no sweat. This just means it's a Season 2 quest. It'll show up next week and then give you a coffer key to get started. What should be accessible though are the new Delves, Side Street Sluice and Excavation Site 9. And all Delves might be sort of updated for Season 2, as in we'll be able to access up to Tier 3, which won't score us much in terms of high-level gear. Tank Brand ought to be available though, go ahead and take them for a test run. The new dungeon ought to be available too, but Season 1 is still technically in play, meaning while no content is necessarily being closed off like it was before Season 1, the rewards from the likes of Mythic Plus and the Great Vault will still be from Season 1. What we want to be on the lookout for are the weekly activities that award caches. The rules are still the same. The first 2 caches give veteran gear, the first 4 caches give coffer keys. While I don't expect to get Season 2 coffer keys yet, it is kind of a toss-up what we're going to get from these caches. Now, it might be Season 1 gear, it might be Season 2 gear, but instead of veteran, it'll be limited to adventurer gear. Meanwhile, the PvP season will have a soft start with new competitors' Helldry stuff to farm up. I suggest paying attention to intro quests to see if we can craft a really powerful weapon early in the season, just like in Season 1. I know a lot of this sounds discouraging from a gearing standpoint, I ain't gonna lie, but this is also very typical during the transition into a new patch and season, where we get to take a tour and get a lay of the land, and find out how your class feels, and maybe get some random emergency maintenances out of the way before the season really gets underway. At least this time, every content lane, as I call it, is going to start at around the same time. So what sorts of new activities are available in Undermine? First and most important is to choose a cartel to help out for the week. This is required to activate world quests and complete weekly quests found throughout the zone. One of the more prominent features is the drive system, the super fast ground travel across Undermine, and for now, only Undermine. As for the controls, think of vehicles like steam tanks, but like way faster than skywriting, and some fun drift action. While using Drive, you can start up what are called shipping and handling jobs that have you barreling around town, completing quick tasks, as if they're like mini world quests, and you can do these till your face turns blue for some modest rewards like Valor Stones. If the mechanics of Drive are not your thing, that is okay. It is not required to do shipping and handling. As you get introduced to Drive, you can talk to this NPC called Mobber. He helps you customize your ride, but you can also ask him for a caddy collar. It's an item that lets you activate shipping and handling jobs without Drive. There's an hourly event attached to this called Surge Pricing. Every hour on the half-hour mark for 10 minutes, all players in the zone who complete jobs will contribute to this zone-wide score. The higher the score, the better the bag, and there are weekly quests attached to this too. There's another activity in the zone, they're called scrap heap jobs. This one is always active on the map somewhere, and it moves kind of fast. When you start the job, you and the people around you have 2 minutes to dig through as much scrap as you can. During my testing, buffs were thrown out so I can progress faster. I'm guessing this is a mechanic to give people who might be alone a boost. There's also a robot you can activate for up to 100 gold to help you out. While digging, lots of distractions are going to come your way, from mobs to crawler mines to goop and fire to stomp out. You'll collect cans and rare items to turn in for cosmetics, and at the end, depending on how you do, you'll get some Valor Stones and Resonant Crystals. There are other familiar activities too, like World Quest and the Special Assignment. There are rares, including a few elite rares, all of which give a handful of rep, and these rares are repeatable each day, but credit is shared across the warband. The alt army is not going to help you here. All of this reputation, of course, goes towards a renown track. From zone perks to gear and cosmetics and profession stuffs, there's always another something to get down in Undermine. For you rep hunters out there, I'll bullet list everything for you. You want to progress as far into the campaign as you can for big rep gains, choose a cartel, and there's no real downside which you pick. I have a separate guide that gets into all that, and then just clear everything on the map. World quests, weekly quests, and rares, and scrapping, and shipping and handling, and turn all that stuff in, making sure to repeat rares throughout the week. For your gearheads, your options are more limited and unverified during this first week. I did mention this early on, but I'm fairly confident that Valor Stones will reset with the patch and not the season start, because the introductory quests award Valor Stones, and well, it'd be pretty jacked up if they reset after that, right? So at the very least, you can start stocking up for the upcoming season. So what else is going on? The Kalimdor Cup returns, making this the first one during the War Within. Being the first repeat, we can't say for sure how this will all play out. There are questions like, is there going to be a new ensemble to collect? Can we repeat this event again for players who completed it previously for more badges? I'm not sure, but the cup goes on from the 25th till March 10th, giving us plenty of time to find out. Be on the lookout for when the first Season 2 Crafting Spark is available. We might get a half spark this coming week, and our first full spark to kick off the season. The World Quest bonus event also happens this week, which is just, special, right? Hopefully this works for the Undermine faction. There's a chance it might not, and at any rate, this will make for a strong start towards wrapping up with the new renown. It's also an opportunity if you want to experiment with this. What happens when you retrieve a Paragon chest after the season begins? My hopes are that I can maybe score some early Radiant Echoes for Season 2, but I'm also ready for some serious disappointment. Warsong Scramble happens to be the Brawl this week, and over in Mythic Plus World, it's a Fortified Tyrannical week, and the Xalatath affix is Voidbound. That's the one you gotta bring down quick before other mobs or mechanics turn into trouble. This is the last week for keys, and while your chance at a title might be gone, you should still be able to push for a Keystone Master in Hero and Portals. That's most everything happening during this first week of the patch. Stay tuned though, I'm gonna have a big gearing guide to put you on the right track no matter your playstyle. So if you want to solo your way to super good gear, cool. You want a fast path towards item level 670 something quickly? Great, I got the guide for you. That's the end, and I hope this all helped. Please like the video, subscribe for more WoW coverage, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Here's Bob with the closer. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy. This is my non-stop obsession. I'm farming reputation down in Undermine. Shifting up to 20, I'll be famous. I'll be famous. Cartel picked, jumped in my ride, going 2 miles an hour so that everybody sees me. Brand's got my back, I've got his. I'm out of mana, rest in peace. So I'm gonna suit up and I'm gonna bust heads, cause it's all about family till I change it next week. My renown will go up, then I'm gonna dig trash, then I'm gonna dig trash, then I'm gonna dig trash. Done.